Hey there, welcome back to the farm. So we have been gone on an unplanned, well, fairly unplanned extended holiday from the place. We had a fourth baby, which because they don't deliver babies here in town, we had to go to a town about 3 hours ago, Chilliwack, BC, where we stayed with family for the last 3 weeks. Our last baby arrived 10 days early, and it was like a 30-40 minute delivery. So the doctor was like, we need you down here 10 days early. So we packed up the kids, we drove down there, and we sat there for 10 days and nothing came. The baby ended up being 8 days late. So in total, we spent almost 3 weeks at the in-laws. And yeah, luckily we like our in-laws, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But when we left here, there was snow on the ground, and now it is 20 degrees Celsius and we have grass coming up. So we have got a huge list of chores. We had a big priority list planned for like last week, but we weren't here. So now our priorities are even more priorities. Job number one, which we're doing today, we moved the chickens from the chicken coop into our mobile coop, and we're going to be moving them out into the pasture. We had a greenhouse set up here where we added wood chips, and they kind of scratched around all winter. So this is going to be turned into a compost pile, and this is going to be empty till we might actually put our pigs in there for a couple weeks while they're getting used to the farm. The chickens go into this chicken tractor, which they're crammed in there right now. Two, three eggs. Hey. So this is our chicken tractor. We have roosts in the back, we have nesting boxes here, and their feeders kind of go right where all that spilled feed is. Stay in there. Last night I locked them out of this chicken coop, and they all kind of like slept in a little pile here. So I came out after dark with a headlamp, and I loaded them up and put them in here. So it's kind of the easiest way to move 60 chickens into the coop. So right now I'm going to grab the tractor. We're going to hook onto this thing and drag it into the field. With all this warm weather we're having, the snow is really starting to melt, and our creek is quite full. It's usually like 12 inches deep, and it looks like it's come up 2 or 3 feet. All right, so I'm moving the chickens all the way down here. It's kind of in the far corner of the bottom field, and we're doing that because the chickens have a tendency to want to go back to the old chicken coop. So we kind of wanted to send them down here. It's a lot farther, and if they want to go all the way up there, it's a bit of a challenge for them. Last year when we did this, like within 30 minutes all the chickens are back at the house. So we're kind of hoping that we can tempt them to stay down here. I'm going to unhitch the chickens here, and then I have to go up and I have to get their feeders, and I have to get their waterer and all that fun stuff. Alright, so we've got their chicken scratch here, their waterer, which has to be filled up with some oyster shell, and the 2 feeders, which they move into there. That's everything, I think. How many eggs you got? Oh my goodness. You're gonna need a new bucket.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we'll just pick them slowly and don't break them, alright buddy? So this chicken coop, we're going to raise the roosts up and then turn all the bedding, which is about a foot thick at the moment. We're going to put this into a compost pile.
A white egg.
Alright, the chickens are taken care of, and now next job is going to be moving our sawmill down to that bottom field. We have a whole bunch of logs down there that we chopped down last May, and they've just been sitting there, so now we have to mill them up. And rather than dragging all those logs up here, they're very heavy, we're just going to move the sawmill down there. Alright, the sawmill's set up, so it's all ready to go. These are all the logs that I'm planning on milling. Some of them are too big for the mill, so they will go into firewood. And I chopped all of these down from in here. You can see all the stumps. 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. So this, I'm probably not gonna get all of this done in the next couple days. I'm hoping to get maybe a quarter of them milled by the end of the week, but we'll see. Some of these are very, like, have massive knots. Like this log is basically garbage. I don't even know if I want this as firewood with all those knots, but I'm going to be discarding those, but the rest of them seem all right. Anyway, that's basically it for the night. We have a lot to do this week, and tomorrow is another day. So, oh, there's a chain. I'm the worst at misplacing tools. One of my chains I was using when I was skidding all these logs out of there, and now I found it.